Better late than never, right, man? I got a little behind on editing my video this week and getting it out on New Comic Book Day, but I wanted to go ahead and put one out anyway. I'll probably do another video whenever I get back to the comic shop today that talks about, what of these titles is going to be top of my read list. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and get a pull video out just so I've got one when I look back and, each week. Alright, man, so first off from Dark Horse Comics, I got Harrow County, man, written by Colin Bunn. Crook's been doing art on this, man. It's just been if you like a horror story, this is one of my favorite horror stories. I say it over and over again that I read each month, and just really think that everybody should be checking it out. Yeah, man, Dark Horse. House of Pendants also came out this week, but I didn't check it out. I know a lot of people really enjoy it, but I'm just going to go ahead and wait for trade on it. I didn't realize that Tomasi was doing this series, or I'd have probably picked it up sooner, but who knows. Oh, man, next up, coming out from DC, man, second week of Rebirth. First little bit's been really, really good. I got Action Comics, going back to the original numbering on 957 on Action Comics, man. I guess they're trying to reach, 1,000, so, that's cool. Curious to see what Dan Jurgens is going to do with this. I really liked some of what Zeravir's done on like Shadow Man with Justin Jordan. So, we'll see. Then I got Aquaman Rebirth. I really like what I saw of Aquaman in the Rebirth one-shot thing that came out. So, curious to see where his relationship's going to go with Mira. Hopefully this isn't one of the series that I'm going to be real behind on, as I pretty much read the entire New 52 Aquaman. I'm hoping that I won't miss out on a lot of that, but yeah, man, be cool to read. Then I got Detective Comics, man, also going back to 934. I'm one of the few people I think that really, really likes Tinian's writing for the most part. Be curious to see what he does with this Batman story. Kind of like some of the stuff that he did in was it Future's End or whatever. So, be curious to see about that. I really like Eddie Burroughs' art, man. He did some covers for the Nightwing stuff and some interiors on the Nightwing that I really enjoyed. So, yeah, that should be pretty cool to check out, too. I got Flash, the first issue of Rebirth on Flash. Really like Josh Williamson's writing. Not really a huge fan of the Flash, but, I'll pretty much read anything that he's going to write. From what I've seen of the art on this, it also looks really amazing. So, town full of speedsters, man, with evil speedsters. Sounds like that'll be super sweet. So, I got what I believe is going to be the last issue of Red Hood and Arsenal before the relaunch. I'm going to be really curious to see how this ends. I've really thought that Scott Liddell has done a really good job with Red Hood. It's one of the only titles that he was allowed to continue to write after everything. Curious to see how they're going to wrap up this Joker's daughter thing that's going on, and how they're going to work Bizarro and all that into the new team. But yeah, man, that's why we read comics, yeah? Then I got the issue of Rebirth for Wonder Woman. You're going to hear me say this on most of these Rebirth titles, how excited I am for them. Just lots of good writers, lots of good artists that are doing these. But Greg Rucka doing Wonder Woman, I feel like after the last 10 or 15 issues of Wonder Woman that I've read, this is going to really be just, a water to the face, refreshing look at it all. So, yeah, man, super curious for this. Then I got Wacky Raceland #1. This wasn't something I was going to pick up, but I really like Manko's art on a lot of the Hellblazer and Hellraiser and Asylum and different things that he's done. So I went ahead and picked this up, and it probably is going to be one of the biggest surprises of things that I read this week so far. So, coming out from Vertigo this week, only got one book. So, yeah, I got The Dark and the Bloody. After what happened with all hell breaking loose in the last issue, really curious to see where this is going to go now, man. This has been a pretty good little story, kind of a different take on things as far as monsters and such go. So, yeah, really entertaining. Image Comics, man. I've noticed I'm not picking up as much Image lately, but, you know, what I do is pretty good. I got Birthright, number 16. Birthright continues to be a pretty good, man. Josh Williamson's story, you know, been pretty solid, and still enjoying what I'm reading. I got The Fix, number 3. First 2 issues of Fix, man, were freaking hilarious, about these cops that are kind of robbers, just not very good cops. And yeah, the first 2 issues were really good, and they were really set up for what I think this number 3 is going to do. So yeah, really looking forward to this week. I got Invisible Republic, number 10. This seems like it should be the start of a new story arc, but these Invisible Republics only come out, like, seems pretty sporadically. It's always a good story whenever it comes out, but it makes it really hard to keep up with. I always find myself having to go back and read the previous issue. But, you know, that's not all bad. I get a second look at the art, and the art is just freaking phenomenal. So, yeah, Invisible Republic. I got issue 3 on Roche Limit Mamatic. I'm not reading this series. I'm going to wait until it comes out in trade. This is the third short story series that the Roche Limit universe has had. And I really just want to, after this is over, to sit down and read all of the trades. But I'm still continuing to pick it up in single issues because I've got all the single issues. Alright, so coming out from Marvel, I got a couple of books. I'm limiting my Marvel a little bit with the new 52 coming out, but I got the new issue of Daredevil. I believe this is number 8. I've really liked this second arc of Daredevil better than I did the first one, but all in all, it's been a really good series. I don't know if it's maybe just because I got used to the art style or what it is, but yeah. I got Guardians of the Galaxy, number 9. Guardians has been amazing, too. Fantastic series. Bendis, man, I think has just been man, I can't say enough good things about Bendis. And, you know, Shooty's art has been great. Watching the dynamics of the way that this team works together and everything. One of my favorite Marvel books that I'm doing. I just hope that they don't somehow get drawn into Civil War. But one of the things that I've liked about Guardians is that they don't usually get drawn into the events. Then I got The Vision, number 8. I didn't start out reading The Vision, but then I picked it up in trade and really enjoyed what I read. If I would have known it was Tom King, I would have probably started picking it up in the beginning. A lot of people were singing the praises of it. But yeah, man, now I'm on singles, and so yeah, lots of fun. See now, I got coming out from Action Labs this week, Danger Zone. First off, I got this variant cover on Boisterous. This series has been freaking amazing with the whole dinosaur shredding thing, and I'm really curious after what we saw at the end or in the last issue, where exactly this series is going to go going forward. So, you know, we'll check that out. Also, I got one of the books that I'm really looking forward to this week. Been waiting on it a minute. Is Ghoul Scouts, and I'm curious to see how exactly a bunch of kids go out and they deal with like a Night of the Living Dead type of situation. The art style, from what I've seen, also looks freaking amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to pick up Ghoul Scouts number 1 this week and see what's up with it. Coming out from one of my main publishers, man, Boom. Love Boom Studios, most of the stuff that they do. I got Weavers number 2. Weavers number 1 was really interesting. It was kind of like a team of people with superpowers, kind of a little Highlandery to me in a way, but lots of spiders and people's heads exploding, and yeah, really curious to see what the extent of these powers are as we go forward in this book. I got Lumberjanes, Gotham Academy number 1. I believe this is going to be like a 4 or 5 part series. It's going to be really entertaining, I think. I love Lumberjanes and love Gotham Academy. Be curious to see people that don't normally write this and what their take is, but I just can't believe that Maps isn't already a member of the Lumberjanes. So, yeah, we'll check that out. Alright, man, so if you're not reading anything from Aftershock Comics, man, I think you're missing out. They have got some really, really great series. This week I picked up Second Sight, which is probably one of my favorite things that I'm reading right now. David Hine that writes it, and Poncelli that does the art on this book. And just the way that everything in this book is so told by the things that go on each panel. I mean, it's an amazing book to me, man, that I wish that everybody was checking out. Like I say, this is issue 5, so there should be a trade out on this soon. And, yeah, that's about all I got this week, man. So, hey, guys, that was my pull list for this week. I know that Oni Press had a book coming out this week called Merry Men that looks like it'd be pretty cool. Some other books coming out this week that look like they'll be pretty cool, man. If you pick something up I didn't pick up, you know, leave me a comment. Tell me, you know, what's up with it. You know, maybe that's something I pick up. I pick up a lot of stuff in trade, so I may already pick it up. But, yeah, enjoy the conversation in the comments with people and different stuff like that. Like I say, I got my contest going on right now, which is like dysfunctional as fuck. But by all means, man, if you'll just follow the clues around, you know, I'm giving away this Joker and Harley Bombshell statue, and I want somebody to win that, man, because yeah, looking to get rid of it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and leave me a comment and all that stuff. Subs, you know, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll chat at y'all later on.